Hey guys, welcome. You guys were supposed to fill out a Google form with for your performance task, so you can see I have the Google form responses up here. I just wanted to go over a couple things. Some of you guys had some questions I wanted to answer. Also, I've been having at least 3 times a week Google Hangouts where you guys can ask me any questions. Nobody shows up. That would be a great place that if you can make it to show up, ask questions, or email me questions. Don't just kind of sit in the dark if you don't know what's going on. All the information's out there. It is a little confusing. I know right now is kind of like a crazy time. Hopefully this video clears up some stuff. So let's go ahead and jump through. First of all, a lot of questions were, have you picked a topic or not? I put out a to-do list of basically what is required for this project. This project is for the AP exam. It is for this class. It's a huge part of your grade. When is it due? The AP exam is due May 26th. So there has been some date changes. That's why I haven't really thrown out a hard date yet. You should not really think about the end date. You should be thinking about these little goals that I'm setting for you. So last week before spring break, your goal was to figure out what topic you're going to use and read through all the information. So you should have gone through the survival guide. I really recommended that you print it out. So this survival guide right here that you should print out. And how do I get to all this information? You might be asking yourself that question. And the answer is right here. So I posted a link to this, and I'll keep posting it. So this is my website. If you go to right here, AP Computer Science Principles, Create Performance Tasks, you click that right there. And here's everything you need to know. I talk about it. I go over the algorithm and abstraction video. These are 2 things that are required in your program that you're creating. And they're worksheets that are in this survival guide. Okay, Steven says filled out from the survival guide. And then here's the survival guide that you should print. Here's an organizer of when you should get things done. This right here, again, this is just the scoring guide. You don't need to print that. This is how we're going to fill in the written responses. I'm not too worried about filling it in perfectly yet. Again, there's a lot of stuff going on. If we were in person, this would be a lot easier, but you have to watch these videos. And then this is the Digital Portfolio Student Guide. This is for people who are taking the AP exam and they need to submit it to the AP, not just me. And that's the information there, and we'll have a video on that too. Okay. Anyways, so let's get back to what your guys' responses were. These were people coming up with different games. So I've heard clicker games. As long as they're complex enough, a clicker game will work. Maze games. I like anything that does a score. Anything that keeps track of a score is probably a really good idea. Trivia games that keep track of a score. A simple platformer could work. Again, anything that you can create some sort of score work. Some type of game with a score. That would be perfect, because with a score, you could create a good algorithm that shows abstraction. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. This is so sad. So I can tell some of you didn't watch the video on algorithm and on abstraction. Is an event handler a good example of an algorithm? No. Okay, it's definitely not a good example of one. It could be used, but it has to be an algorithm that you created. An event handler you didn't create. Okay, an event handler is a preset thing. So you actually have to create your own algorithm. That means you have to create your own function that does something. So that's a no. You can use an event handler within your algorithm, but you have to create your own function. So that should be a no or depends. Definitely not a yes. Okay? What are the 2 things your algorithm must have? You have to have a mathematical or logical concept and the parent and 2 functions. Apparently, I only let you pick one, not both. So, but those were the 2. It has to have a parent and 2 functions, mathematical and logical concept. Again, go back to that video if you don't know what I'm talking about. Is an event handler a good example of abstraction? No, it is not. That's a big no-no. Not even depends, not even yes. So this should be 100% no. Okay? What 2 parts make up a good abstraction? I think we just answered that. Oh, no, we didn't. So let's see here. Multiple place in the code, use parameters. Parameters are great for abstraction. Let's see what else. Show iterative process. using functions, mathematical, that's good. Loops can be used. You don't have to use loops. Gets called from multiple places in your code. That would be huge, and has a parameter that generalizes some behavior. Perfect. Well put. All that information is in the survival guide too, by the way. Okay. All right. Now this, what items are due? So if you're like, what the heck is this project? It's 3 things. You have to write out responses. So at the end of this booklet, there's, the questions where it says, write out a response. So you're going to respond to a couple questions. You're going to give a PDF of your full code. So all the code that you wrote for your program, and a video of your program writing. You're basically writing some game, some app, then you're going to have a PDF of the code, and then you're going to write responses. Okay? How confident are you in this? So a lot of people are confident. I like the one where I put, what is going on in this world? My life is a lie, and I don't know what's happening all around me. So some people felt that way. So here's some frequently asked questions. This is what I wanted most of the video to be on. Okay, the project seems very broad. It's confusing what it's asking me. It is broad. The hardest part is coming up with a program, but you're basically asked to make a program, and your program should be able to use abstraction and a good algorithm. That's why those videos are so important. You want to think about that before you come up with a program. Then you make the program, get the PDF, and a video. That's it. That's all you're doing. It's really not that hard. I had a lot of kids, once they figured out what they're doing, they're like, oh, I can finish this project in 5 hours. Are we actually restricted to 12 hours work, or will it be a more consistent deadline? I'm setting deadlines for you guys on that to-do list. It is 12 hours I'm allowed to give you of in-class time. Since we can't be in class, I'm just treating it as every week I'm going to give you about 5 hours of work, as we would have 5 hours of in-class time. Okay, so that's what I would say. Are you restricted? No, you could work on it more if you want. Would a clicker game be able to receive a 5? Yes, a clicker game could receive a 5 as long as it has a good algorithm and as long as it has good abstraction and you answer all the questions well. All right. The question asks, what are 2 algorithms? Oh, yeah. Are we allowed to add sound, music, or art to the game that we did not create ourselves? Of course you can add art, sound, whatever you want to the game that you didn't create yourself. I think there's a section where you would post it. So I just keep track of where you get that information from, or where you get that stuff from. But they're focused more on your coding abilities, they don't really care about your pictures. So if you add music, sound, whatever, it doesn't matter. They don't care. I just don't know how to code the moving forward part. Can you tell me an example what kind of code I can use to code that part? Don't know how to code the moving forward part. I'm not really sure what that means. Can an event handler be an algorithm if it has mathematics in it? Your algorithm has to be a student-created one. So make a function. Don't use an event handler. Now you can use the event handler to call multiple functions that you've created if you like, but create a function. Don't create an algorithm. Don't do event handler. Okay. Let's go. We're going to go down to the frequently asked questions on period 5. Can you use an on-event switch screen by clicking still, or will it get marked down? Yes, you can use event handlers in your program all the time. It's just when you're labeling your algorithm or your abstraction, stay away from them. Okay. I can't find anywhere for the due date. Well, I'm giving you strict deadlines of what should be done. The overall deadline is technically May 26th, but I'm going to say we should be done by May 15th. So May 15th is kind of where I'm shooting at getting everything done by. But I'm giving you about 5 hours of work each week and mini deadlines. Check out that to-do list. It's on the Google Classroom. If you're not on Google Classroom yet, get on there. Okay, due date, just answer that. Thank you, not at the moment. This is probably the class I'm most lost in, and I don't really know what we're doing or what's due. Okay, you should come to our Google Hangouts. I post them on School Loop and on our Google Classroom. I can manage some things like the code.org and the study guide, but I'm very lost on this project. All right, if you're lost on the project, go to my website, the tiny URL. I post links on it all the time on School Loop, multiple times. Check out these videos. Okay. What am I turning in today? Is it this check-in or something else? Yeah, you were supposed to just do this Google. That's it. Okay, not this time, but I'm sure I will soon. People are emailing me right now in the middle of my video. Where do we make the program? Make it within code.org. Okay, where you can create like a whole new project in code.org. None. The intro to the PT video was thorough. Yeah, whoever you are, you get 100 points. Do my ideas sound like the right type of concept? I didn't connect you with that, so I don't know, but probably. Anyways, last thing I'm going to say. Please, if you have questions, go and join the Google Hangout or email me and I can personally just do a Google Hangout with you right there. And let's just face-to-face this and answer your questions, okay? So I don't want anyone to be confused or anything like that. This video's gone too long, and most of you probably won't watch it. So anyways, this is me signing off.